Neenah Rockets All Access on Zaleski Sports is presented by Security Health Plan. SecurityHealth.org is your portal to find your plan, a doctor, prescription tools, and more. For 24/7 access at your fingertips, visit SecurityHealth.org.
Good evening, basketball fans, and welcome inside the Neenah Fieldhouse for tonight's non-conference boys basketball matchup of the Stevens Point Area Senior High Panthers visiting the Neenah Rockets. Non-conference matchup here tonight, but important for playoff seeding as these teams are in the same sectional 1 of the Division I boys state basketball tournament. Neenah, 7-6 overall, 6-3 in Fox Valley Association play, 4th in the 10-team league. After starting 6-1, they've gone 1-5 in their last 6 games. Stevens Point coming into this one at an overall record of 9-3. They lost their season opener on a buzzer beater to Bayport, but ever since they've been playing very well. Won their next 7, 3-1 in conference play, only lost to the conference leading Marshfield Tigers.
We got to get back on track here. Need to get back on track, right? Got to keep playing hard defensively. Keep doing the things. Keep playing hard defensively, and if possible, find more defensively. Okay. On offense, again, right? Pace, move the ball, touch the paint. Okay, and make sure we have good spacing. Okay? Personnel-wise for them. Okay. Number 1, the athletic kid. Probably is going to take their most shots. Has a good mix to his game, can shoot it. We got to be there on a catch. Matthias, that's you to set. He's a big guy, keep him off the glass. Both hands, he's good going either way. Make sure we get good hands there. Make sure we're willing to dig on him. Roll, let's go. He is a point guard, okay? Keep him in front, get after him. Nick, that's you. Here we go. 10 is Kornowski, right? 43% over 41% from 3, over half his shots are threes. All these guys get orbs. They all put it on the floor. We got to fight to stay in front. Colton, that's you. What does 22 do? Shoot threes. Jackson, that's you. We have our 5 axioms, right? We have our 5 spacing no matter what, ball reversal no matter what, paint touches no matter what, screen no matter what, try to use the dribble to create for others no matter what. Right? Okay, let's get the train back on the tracks. 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Very methodical offense, and at times, as Schultz pulls up for 3, Nick Schultz gets us started. Charles along the baseline. Charles tries to save it, and that'll be a turnover forced by the Spash defense. Getting out in transition is Dinga. Big man, number 34. Jackson Rint pulls a 3 at one of his sides. They pass it in. It goes to Malik. Malik's shot gets swatted by Youngworth, and saving it from going out of bounds was Kornowski. But it'll be rocket ball. Schultz finds Rint for 3. Or Juckum rips it away. Bazaris finds Trey White for 3. Bazaris for 3. Xavier Bazaris on the board. And give it to Youngworth down low. Jacob kicks to Rint. He's got 2 3-pointers. How about a third? Minutes. Dinga from the left corner. First 3-pointer of the night goes down for Spash. 20 seconds to go. Charles a 3-on-2 in transition. Rint again from the corner. Jackson Rint unconscious.
Keep making effort plays, deflections, your block shot, effort plays.
Moving better. Hey, on film, they run at shooters. Now you guys have made a couple, that's great. They're going to really run at us, shot bait, and pound that lane.
1, 2, 3. Stop. It stops.
Easy opportunity. Charles kicks to Rint. Schultz open for 3. Nick Schultz with his 3rd of the game. The 1-3-1 still on for the Rockets out of the miss. Roan Caper with the swat. Coming. Caper rolls off the screen for Schultz and to the hoop over the smaller man guarded by Zastiva. Rint gives to Fleege. Colton finds an opening and 1. Stevens Point averaging around 13.5 free throws per game. Kornowski on the board again. Point play. Schultz gives to Rint, top of the key. Jackson Rint, his 6th of the night. Instead, Rint finds some open space, finds Schultz open, left corner. And here's Schultz along the baseline. He's got a double team, finds Youngworth open for 3. Jacob Youngworth, his 4th of the season in February. Dinga into the lane, off balance shot, gets it to go. Mark 3-on-1 here. Fleege has got Bazaris and Caper with him. He gives to Caper, and the finger roll layup good. Open for 3, Jackson Rint with his 7th of the night. Chase Nitz, and 1 for the junior. It'll be a 1-and-1. He has to make the first to earn the second. Nicely done by Matthias, and all 10 Rockets to hit the floor tonight are on the score sheet. Coach, you said in the pregame talk tonight was the time to get the train back on the tracks. What'd you like about your team's effort here tonight?
Obviously making shots helps a lot. I thought we played with good pace in the first half offensively, like getting the ball down the floor quickly, and that allowed us a little slow to start, but I thought that once the game wore on, probably after like the 12-minute mark, we were playing with good pace, being able, to get 2 on the ball and making extra passes. I think we ended up with 22 assists, so it was just, we played better offensively, which was good to see.
But now you're back into FVA play the second time through the conference, 6-3 the first time. What are you looking for from your team through this gauntlet that starts with Hortonville on Friday?
Just, continuing hopefully to play better offensively. Like tonight we shot it better, but then we didn't take care of the ball. So kind of like doing all the things, not just part of things. It's nice to shoot it better. It's great to shoot it better and not turn it over. And then defensively, we made some, we played some 1-3-1 and made some things happen there. I thought disrupting a little bit of rhythm. And we were good at times with, when we played man-to-man. But just we have to just keep on working on just little mistakes here and there defensively that if we could cut out would help make us a better team.
You guys able to get over 70 points tonight. I believe it's the 5th time you guys have been over 60, and just was a really good feeling in the halftime break. You guys were finally starting to see some shots go down, especially after a couple of tough games last week.
Yeah, it was really good. The locker room was pumped up. I mean, we've had, I don't know how many losses we've had in a row, but it wasn't too good in the locker room at halftime, but today it was pretty good.
All right, here we go. Let's go. Okay, again, quick follow-up. Hey, good job last night. Again, James, great job coming in and getting us going there. First half, that group that closed the first half, that got quite a bit of run there to end the half. I think you guys were plus 19, those 5 guys. So that was big, okay? Friday night, obviously you guys understand the importance of it. I did a quick thing this afternoon. Right now in our sectional, we're looking at somewhere between like an 8 and 10 seed, okay? 8 and 10 seed. So every game is critical. Every game's critical, and we need to be ready to play. Friday night, we got to take care of guarding the basketball. We did a great job. I felt like the last time there of guarding the basketball, there were very few times where we had to get 2 on the ball. We have to take great care of the basketball, okay? We've got to make sure we get shots every possession. The last time we did a great job of keeping them off the glass. We need to do that as well this time. And then we have to be aggressive, physical, our effort, aggressive and physical, okay? Going to continue with the theme, little things and details, everything we're doing, okay? Little things and details when you start playing in close, super competitive games, that's the difference. Which team has attention to detail? Which team does the little things right? And that's what we need to do. And that needs to be a focus of what we do here in practice, okay?
The Rockets would go on to extend their win streak to 4 games, taking care of business at home against the Spartans in a higher scoring rematch, 91-77. Both teams shot well from the field and three-point land, but the Red and Whites' 86% from the free throw line dwarfed North's 50%. 6 Rockets scored in double figures, Colton Fleege leading the way with 18, Xavier Bezeris with 12, Schultz, Juckum, and Nitz all with 11, as the team improved to 9-3 in FBA play. Neenah's first test as the calendar flips to February is the Oshkosh West Wildcats, a team they defeated at home 55-37 in December. Coach Dan Weiss's squad comes in at 7-10, 5-6 in the FVA, 6th in the conference. They boast a balanced team with multiple three-point marksmen surrounding big man Joey Ware, who averages nearly a double-double a night. Neenah wins the tip and gets first possession, but the Wildcats open the scoring. Carter Kufel from downtown. Colton Fleege, the first to get on the score sheet for the Rockets, first taking it to the hole, and then a nice outlet pass from Schultz sets him up on the break. Midway through the first half, it's Xavier Bezeris from the top of the key, knocking down the triple. The UW Whitewater football commit Ware with the spin move into the lane and the fadeaway jumper. And then on the break, no one stops Billy Berg. He gets to the hoop, pulls West ahead 12-11. Chase Nitz on the curl cut with the left-handed layup. Next possession, Jackson Rint gets to the hoop, airborne pass, Caper finishes and one. Bezeris gives it to Caper, top of the key, then runs the entire baseline, opposite side, knocks down his second triple of the night. Knotted at 18 from the top of the key, Bezeris with his third three-pointer of the first. Xavier swings it to Trey White, great shot fake, and he gets to the hoop, puts the Rockets ahead by 3. They go into the halftime break up 25-20.
So they inbound it. If your guy clears out, let him clear out. Let the ball start to dribble, now go. Okay, don't go until they start to dribble, okay? If the only time we're going to trap right away is if it's a low catch. If it's a low catch, you can go right away. We need triggers. One good screen early. Like a good, like Rowan Jacob, one good back screen. Or just sprint out into a, like Nick's coming down, just sprint up into a high ball screen. Even if it's a flat ball screen, make 44 decide something early, okay? We got to get some stops here right away, okay? Let's get 4 stops to start this time. 4 stops. 1 fist. 1, 2, 3.
1 fist.
Let's go.
At the start of the second half, it's Roan Caper making his mark with 2 3-pointers, first from the corner and later from the right wing. He's shooting a remarkable 13 for 20 on the season.
Drag or double is wide open if we throw it to the right spots there. And you might get a dive and a dunk off that.
Hey, let's do drag again, but let's let Jackson be the first screener.
Yeah.
And then hey, it starts with stops. We got 4, let's get 5. Let's keep getting stops. Keep getting stops. Let's put it on right now. Hey, no left, right. Let's go.
Out of the break, they swing it to Roan. He gets a defender to fly by and gets the finger roll layup. Caper would finish with 14 points. The only Rocket ahead of him, Nick Schultz. And with Kufel on him, the step-back 3-pointer. Finally, he finds Fleege on the cut, and Colton gets Schultz the assist. Wildcats down 18 wouldn't go away quietly. Carter Kufel hits a 3-pointer from the left wing, and then from the top of the key, he finished 5 for 5 from downtown. Under 3 minutes to go, Schultz from the short corner, great bounce pass to Juckham, and Cal gets on the board. James Weiland brought into the game to stop number 30 in white. He forces a miss on the turnaround jumper. Neenah struggled on the glass late as Joey Ware gets his own board here and one to a thunderous reception from the West student section. The Rockets would make just enough free throws down the stretch. Nick Schultz going 9 for 12 from the line. Oshkosh West makes it close, but Neenah pulls out the 69-63 road win.
Okay? Right, our goal is big games. Trying to say it, right? We're getting, like, we kept talking about, like, here's our ceiling, and we're like inching up towards that. Even if we didn't play great, we're still inching there. Guys coming off the bench, like Chase again, playing great off the bench. Okay, Xavier hitting shots in the first half to get us going. Like, there's a lot of good there, and everybody else, Trey, great minutes in the first half. Okay, James comes in cold, right, and gets a stop on 30. We just didn't get the rebound. Boom. Let's just keep making sure that our eyes are on the prize, right? The eyes are on the prize, and that's bigger and better things, right? 1, 2, 3. Here we go.
Coach, every night in the FVA, no nights are easy, and your group has managed to string together 4 in a row, including 2 road victories in that time. Do you feel that the night in, night out effort is starting to get there from your group?
It is, and tonight, a lot of good things and positives tonight. Especially the first, probably like 12 minutes of the second half. Just would have liked to have finished the last 6 minutes of the half better than what we did. Just a couple bad decisions offensively and not very good defense, and then missing some free throws. So just would like to clean up the end of the game.
You remarked in your game notes prior to the Spash game that you guys had only scored over 60, I think, 4 times in the first 13, but now in your last 5, nearly gone over 70, a couple of 69-point nights in there. But what have you liked about the offensive progression of your team? Just
playing with more confidence, shooting with more confidence, being, I think, more cohesive. We have more cohesive possessions, and we're just playing much more aggressive. Guys are hunting shots. Guys are playing with confidence, and that's helped a lot.
Nick Schultz really provided you guys with a jolt in the second. He's a 3-year varsity player, and he's committed to Division III Bethel next year. What kind of leadership does Nick provide for your deep team?
A lot. We have to lean on him. Just, he and Cal and Roan have 3 years of varsity experience, and Nick has always played well here. So not surprising that he shot it well here. He enjoyed good games here as a sophomore and as a junior, so not surprised by that. And it's good to see him, like, really. I'm assuming he was in the 20s tonight. It was good to see him put a game like that together. That will bode well for us, for the rest of the year.
Nick, first starting off big picture, you guys started 7-6. You've been able to rattle off 5 wins in a row. How fun has it been in this stretch to play with your team?
It's been fun. The middle stretch of the season, we had a few rough losses, but we're picking it up right now. It feels good to get some wins, but we're just doing this to get home games in March. That's what we want right now is home game in March. So
Looking ahead, you guys have Appleton East next Friday, but then a full week of practice to go into a big one against Kaukauna. The Ghosts came to your guys' place, beat you by 2. What's it going to take to continue for you guys to play well and knock off the Ghosts at their place?
it's going to take a lot. Obviously, we got to stop Jensen, but not many people in the FVA have another big guy. We got another big guy in Rowan, so it's definitely something that we're looking forward to, and it's going to be a big game. So we gotta get that one. So it's going to be fun.
After a non-conference defeat to Wanakee, the Neenah girls team fell at Hortonville 43-54, splitting the season series with the Polar Bears. Coach Brownell's group out-rebounded Hortonville, but shot just 30% from the field, including an uncharacteristic 2 for 15 from three-point range. They were held to a season low in points, but followed it up with a season high, scoring 92 in a victory over Appleton West. The team tied a season high with 10 different scorers, including 6 in double figures. Sydney Mikkelkavich led the way with 21, Rowan Klesment with 19, and Alyssa Ebel with 12 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists. After the win over the Terrors, the Red and White have a 13-5 record with a 9-3 conference mark, good for third in the FVA. To close out January, they'll head to Oshkosh to take on the North High Spartans. Coach Rick Lieb's team features a supremely talented junior, Awut Alec, and a senior sharpshooter in Brenna Paulson. The December meeting in Neenah saw Alec score 16, while Paulson had 21 on 7 for 12 three-point shooting.
Hey, that movement, that ball movement, those inside-out touches, you're going to get your lane shot of choice and your outside jumper of choice. Nice job.
The Rockets win the tip, and Carly Baltus would score the first points of the game before North feeds it inside to Alex. She draws a double team, extra pass to Navi Lau Facundo, and she's got the first Spartan points. Now with Promise Shihai bringing the ball up the court, she gives to Paulson, and Brenna hits her first three-pointer of the evening. Rowan Klesmet would answer with a right wing three of her own before an inbounds play finds its way back to Ellie Buss, the deep left wing three. Alec gets in on the outside shooting as she knocks down her first triple of the night. The Rockets work it inside. Alyssa Ebel's pass is tipped, but Farrah Danforth able to finish. On the defensive end, Danforth gets the steal and leads the break. She shovels it to Klesmet, and Rowan connects to stretch the lead to 6.
Do the right thing. So, go back to 2 again, okay? Good pressure on it, nowhere 23 is. Now, if they put 3 out here, that means these girls, you got to really have your head on a swivel, because you can't get caught staring at the ball to your 23. Obviously, yeah, you got to worry where she's at. But this girl, you got to see everything, all right? No way about it. You got to put yourself in a spot where you're ready to see it, in case she tries ready to help, then she knows she's dropping. If it's a skip, again, you might have to help all the way up to that point, all right? So be ready for that.
Out of the timeout, loose ball leads to Ellie Buss finding Klesmet, and Rowan adds a mid-range jumper to her night. Alex shows off her passing chops as she zings it into Lau Facundo for the score. Final Rocket possession of the half sees Ellie Buss bury yet another left wing 3. 5 seconds to go. Alec gets by Baltus, shoots it over Mikulkavich, and knocks down the buzzer beater to cut the deficit to 5.
I caught on it because again she was here and we were both way out like this. We were super spread, right? And there wasn't a 3 or 23 over here. You don't need to be that far out then. You can be a little more normal depth. You're good. And again, if 3 or 23 is in here, balls on this side, you should be all the way over here. And we got caught out. Anything else there, coaches?
I feel like a little bit more pride or energy on that end. We just talked about close on kills, and then we miss that third one. So let's focus on getting like 3 stops in a row. Don't relax.
And then just stay low in a stance with 23, 40 feet from the basket. Don't reach out there, right? Stay low. Don't let her get that one step with that 3.
7 threes between 23 and 3. Okay, that's 21 of their 39. Okay, so we got to do a better job getting over everything on those and taking those away.
I think we have a lot more 3s right now than 2s. But again, some of our 3s, majority of our 3s, especially from the swing, have been nice shot. And we've got to get to the short corner because what are they going to be telling all halftime? Get out on shooters, put out on shooters. How we have to have that weak side guard to the high post. We have some really good length, especially their forwards. We got to make that time. Okay, and this we got to look here. Be strong with it inside 2.
We've had like often too many possessions with 3 or 4 girls at the 3-point line versus 2, maybe 3 max. So we got to change that. Again, that'll be there. But again, if you're looking inside, it can't be a delayed look. All right, it's got to be a pass fake, boom, get it, trying to bounce pass. All right, got to be real quick with that because it's there. We're just waiting a little too long to get it there. Intensity and defense. Turn in 5. Rockets 1, 2, 3. Rockets.
In the early portions of the second half, Ebel gets out on the break, finds Baltus, and Carly hits the layup. The Rockets would go on a 19-7 run, including 11 from Mikulkavich. She finds Klesmet for the score. Nellie Harrison finishes through contact and 1. She was third on the Spartans with 8 points. Buss drives to the hoop. Her shot no good, but Danforth cleans it up for the Rockets. She-High with the handoff to Alex. She pulls up for the deep 3. She had a game-high 35 points on 15 of 22 shooting. Alyssa Ebel with the great transition feed to Danforth for the bucket. Then it's Ebel on the receiving end as Klesmet feeds her for the right wing 3. Neenah would pull away in the second half, outscoring the Spartans 41-27 and take the win 85-66, their 7th road win of the season. Rowan Klesmet led the way with 27 points and 7 assists. Farrah Danforth with 18 and a perfect 6 for 6 from the line. Ellie Buss scored 17 points and added 4 steals, while Sydney Mikulkavich paced the squad with 9 rebounds.
Not our best defensive performance, but again, second half, especially that first 10-12 minutes of the second half, outstanding job of really locking in and doing the little things right. Okay, so proud of you. That's a way to take that one out. Offense just kind of kept rolling. Again, anytime we scored 80, all right, that's a good thing. All right, coaches.
Yeah, nice job again, a road win, especially in the is great.
Yeah.
I think building on the piece of this week of like building inconsistency, that'll be big for next week, and staying together. So nice job on that.
Just good ball movement. A lot of good, again, I don't know the number, but a lot of assists again tonight. So a lot of really good unselfish basketball.
Rockets 1, 2, 3. Rockets.
Coach, your second time through the FVA now. What's the approach for you and your staff? The second go through the conference. What's it like adjusting from the first matchup to the next?
You know, one way it's a little bit easier to prepare because you've seen each other. The other side of that is it's easier for them to prepare for us and what we do. So a lot of it's kind of a little chess match. What did you pick up on in that first game that you see that you think, hey, this is something they're trying to do to us that worked? All right, how are we going to negate that? So it's to me, it's a little more enjoyable, that preparation for that second time through, because you have that awareness of each other, and then they also know what you're going to do, so it's kind of how do we kind of tweak those things too. So to me, that's kind of like the fun challenge to it, and the fact that you still enjoy that is kind of a good sign too after this many years. Oshkosh North, good team, really scrappy, hot shooting night. Man alive, do they drain in those threes on us. So that's something we obviously have to tighten up as we head into a really big week next week with Oshkosh West and Appleton East. With where the seeding potentially looks like this down the stretch, every game is going to be huge as far as how those things shake out.
And specifically on North, when you've got a player of Awud Alex caliber and a shooter like Paulson that plays off of her, what kind of challenge did North present to you tonight, especially in that first half?
It was kind of like a hit or miss. We did it really well and forced them into some tough shots and tough looks. And then when we got just even a little off base with that, they took advantage of it. And Awud is so good. She's going to do that. You give her a gap, you give her a sliver, she's going. She's so long, so athletic. Got such a soft touch when she goes so hard to the bucket too. And then it's a really I think she doesn't get enough credit for being as good of a passer as she is too. And she does a great job. And like you said, Paulson plays off of her really well. The way she floats and finds her spots. And to me, I think she's really gotten a lot better as a ball handler too from the first time that we played her during the season.
Coming up next week, you've got Oshkosh West, who you were able to get the win on the road last time, and then next Friday, a week from tonight, you've got Appleton East, who they came into your gym and gave you your first conference loss before the new year. Yeah. What kind of adjustments is your team going to need to make to take down the Patriots on the road?
One for there is just tighten up things on the defensive end. We gave some shooters a little too much space in that first game, so we definitely got to tighten that up. Then there's some things offensively that we definitely got to take advantage of that we did in the second half that we just didn't really look for in the first half. So we had a really good second half, so we just got to build on that.
North, Ellie, your last time playing in this gym, what kind of challenges does this Spartan team present to you, and what have you enjoyed about facing them over the years?
Yeah, I mean, they got a lot of good players. Like our main focus is obviously Woot. She's really good. Just to stop her and once my shots kept going on, I guess my teammates were giving me the ball. It's just great. So yeah, just play free.
And then second time through the FVA, I was asking Coach what kind of adjustments the coaching staff makes as you see teams that you've already seen before. For you as a player, this is one of your many seasons on varsity. What's it like going the second time through this rugged conference?
Yeah, I mean, super hard conference, a lot of good teams. Just focusing in on every game, one game by another, and I don't know, just focusing in on each team because every team could take you off in the FVA every night. Like you saw tonight, Oshkosh North has played great.
And then specifically about next week, I asked Coach about the Appleton East matchup coming up. Lots of shooters on that team, able to keep pace with you and Rowan and Sydney. A unique matchup where you guys don't usually face that many shooters. What's it going to take for you guys to pull out the win a week from tonight?
Yeah, we just got to all be really focused on defense. They got a lot of great players on that team. It's really balanced and even out, so just taking pride in our defense.
Neenah Rockets All Access on Zaleski Sports is presented by Security Health Plan. SecurityHealth.org is your portal to find your plan, a doctor, prescription tools, and more. For 24/7 access at your fingertips, visit SecurityHealth.org.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way.
Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.